Of Green Bay officials meeting with parties interested in partnering for possible future development at the former Pulliam power plant site at the mouth of the Fox River. 8 parties responded to the request for information by Brown County officials late last month. According to the port's director, over the next couple of weeks, they will discuss how their development proposals would create jobs and economic development statewide. This comes as Brown County officials considering new options to move the coal piles along the Fox River. Port of Green Bay and Brown County officials intend to build a new terminal facility, saying it would be divided up to maximize funding and give development opportunities to more than one party.